Hi guys, welcome to part 4 of the Photo Baby Blocks tutorial. On the last one I had showed you how to cover the corners of the boxes to prepare for the putting the frame on. Now I've also gone ahead and I've finished putting in the pages of my album. So you should be that far ahead now. Now, frame. You're going to want some paper. Now you can either use your pattern paper or a plain colour coordinated cardstock. Now I've decided for this one I'm going to use a pattern one, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it down and I want to leave 1/2 inch all the way around the outside so that I can bring it over. So I'm going to get my frame and I'm going to totally cover the outside in glue. You can use tape, it's entirely up to you. But I'm using wet glue. Now I'm going to stick it down. I'm going to leave at least 1/2 inch, if not a little bit more, around the outside. Just give it a little bit of a wobble. Just helps it stick. There we go. There. Now I'm going to cut around like we did when we did our wraparound covers. I'm going to cut around paper. Like that. Now what I'm going to do, because we're going to be wrapping this, we're going to be cutting the middle of this away. Now I'm not going to go, I'm just going to go in 1/2 inch and I'm going to bring my ruler down so I can see that that's at 3, so that's at 1/2. So I'm going to come down, cut down to 7. Exactly the same around the other side. Taking it 3, 7. And then the same on this side. I'm going to remove that square. Don't throw that away, you can use that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm then going to come in and I'm going to take into those corners. I'm not going to go right to the edge, just a fraction away, like that. Then these can then fold over like that. So what we want to do now is I'm going to put my tape down around the outside first. The way around. That was a little bit tight again, so taking that to the edge. And I'm going to do the same on the inside. Now, as I said before, putting these frames on your blocks is entirely optional. You don't have to do it. So I'm going to take off the corners. And I'm going to remove the tape. I'm going to remove it from that side as well, because I can see just by looking at that that's going to come over a little bit further. So fold that down, and I'm going to do the alternate side. Gently fold and then fold back and remove this one, this one. This one. Right, then I'm going to use a bone folder just to pinch those corners in. And I'm going to fold that over. Same on the other side. And then I'm going to bring my other corners, edges, over. Like that. Don't worry about these corners because you're not going to know even though they're there. And there we have our frame. Okay, now what you're going to need some foam tape. Now, I'm lucky enough that my husband owns a joinery company, and he can get foam tape on large rolls. So just going to grab mine. Now what I'm going to do, this is the tape here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some off. Oh, there's a bit there. And I'm going to cut it in half. Now I'm going to use some different scissors for this because I want longer ones. So I'm going to cut that up through the middle. It's going to get sticky. And then using the outside edge, I'm going to stick it on the frame about 1/8 of an inch, or actually say 1/4 of an inch up from the bottom and the side. Like that. So you've got a border around the outside. And I am going to do that on 3 of the sides. Only 3. Again. Cut down the middle. And the same, you don't have to take it right to the edge. As long as you've got a space so that you can slip your photograph in, that's fine. Now this one's going to be cut in half. And then I'm going to take that to there, but I'm going to just snip off that in there. Oh, check that side. Yeah, that's about right. So take it round again. There we go. And then you want to peel off the tape. we go. Come on. And this last piece. This tape, by the way, if you go to somewhere that makes windows, this is what they use on glazing bars. And if you buy it like this, it's quite cheap. Right, so we know that that's the front, and that's where we're going to be putting our frame. That is the top. So the open part of the frame needs to go to the top. Line it up. And there we have our frame. Okay. Now you can do exactly the same for the other sides. It's entirely up to you, in which case you're not going to need to put these decorative edges on. Or you can now add letters, maybe an A, or B and a C around. Or you could put your frames in either side and put an A and a B in the other side and have a photograph in the top. Okay, so then if I can get a picture somewhere, that will do. Photograph will slip down inside there, and then you've got your photo. Right, and the minis then sit inside here. This is all going to be decorated yet. We're going to sort of do these another stage. As I said, go ahead and do the inside of your boxes. Either paint them or cover them with paper. It will look nice if you do that. Okay, I just need to put around the edges. I decide, in fact, I might consider putting frames around on all corners on all of mine. I think it looks nice. Right, I think we are just about there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get on and I'm going to decorate all my boxes, get all my albums finished, and then I will come back and show you what I've done, and if I've done anything different, then I will do you a short video. But other than that, guys, have fun. I know you all enjoyed the stationery box, and you can really go to town on these baby blocks. Okay, thanks for joining me. Catch you soon. Bye.